be scared of us. We love our country, and we don't think you do. So come out and prove you do. Thank you. We want our freedom. We want jobs. We want to see our grandkids. I don't get to see my grandkids thanks to you, Mr. Governor. Yeah, I'm sad and lonely. So
Grandkids are essential.
yeah.
Grandchildren, grandfathers, and grandmothers are essential. Stop trying to separate. God created us as a union to fellowship together. Not social distance. There is no such thing as social distance. Unity, unification, being unified. Our country, our city, our states, our families. Stop trying to separate, Mr. Walsh.
Abortion is not essential.
I want my family back. I want my family back right now, today. Or else, you're in trouble, Walsh. Fix it now. Fix it now.
If you're enjoying these interviews, there's plenty more to come, but be sure to smash the like button because it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm to show it to more people. And if you have thoughts, like a regular human being, please leave them down below in the comments. I try to read and respond to as many as humanly possible, though I am just a human. Lastly, if you want to share this video with other people on other social media platforms, please do so as well. Again, that helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate it. Thanks so much. That's it.
Open the churches. They open the bar, or they'll let the beer go, but they close churches? That's wrong. So that's why I'm here to let people know churches are more important than the beer or the liquor stores.
Anything else? Is it impacting you from work or?
No, my wife, I know a lot of people that know they have to go to work, but they can't. Because the nation is scaring everybody. It's no different than the flu and all that that's been going around, except for it attacks the lungs more. So I think the media is going more for the scare tactics than anything. So that's what I got to say.
What do you think about the governor?
Well, he's trying to do a good job, but he has to go with his party and keep everything down. So open this. All right, you close the school, but open the churches, for crying out loud. Then nobody will be half scared. And then media gotta quit harping it, 'cause they don't even have news anymore. All it is Corona this, Corona that. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Inspiration, and she is always right there by Trump's side. So it's really important to see all these people showing up. And I would love to give a plug, if I may, for Jason Lewis. Elect Jason Lewis.
So what do you think about this whole COVID thing going on? I mean, you've been around long enough to see this come through a few times. What do you think about this?
You know, my grandson almost died from H1N1 in 2009.
Yep.
No big deal. No preschools were closed.
Yeah.
No schools were closed.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing was closed. And
So why do you think they're doing it now? What is your opinion?
oh, it's all political. It's all political. It is the billionaires of the world hate President Trump because he is not only I trust the Lord Jesus. And I trust President Trump. And I am tired of seeing him so degraded and insulted. And we were talking about, get me on a soapbox here.
There you go. Hey, go away. Hey, this is your time to shine.
This is your time to shine.
Your time to shine, you
We
know?
were talking about Nancy Pelosi standing in front of the cameras with her big, expensive refrigerate freezers with all of her $10 a gallon ice cream. Remember what Marie Antoinette said? Oh, let them eat cake. Nancy is saying, oh, let them eat ice cream.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Very good
God
interview,
bless
right?
you. Thank you
That was
very
good.
much.
Yeah.
Oh, just one last,
One last
God,
thing.
God bless America. God bless Minnesota. POW, prisoner of walls.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I
guys.
just have one thing to add. It's real short. Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me death."
Thank you.
Pretty good. It's good. Here you go.
Here you have it.
Well, I'm saying it's no different than any other flu season, to be quite honest. If you look at these, this is 10 years of flu. Current rate is 141 deaths. Up here, 435 back in 2017, 2018. It's just no different, to be quite honest. And it's treatable with hydroxychloroquine and Z-Pak. They're having a 99% success rate, but it's not being broadcasted hardly on TV, on regular TV. And these three doctors are talking about that it is very successful using those two medicines.
And why are you here?
Because I love my state and I love my country, and I feel like Walz is not, he's dragging his feet, and he's not making a decision to open up our state, and we are losing businesses. We are going to end up having more deaths because of suicide and because of false information. This pandemic is really a planned pandemic, if you ask me. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So these numbers told me that something wasn't right. So
I might not return. And can people find you on Instagram anywhere?
pardon?
Where can people find you, like on Instagram or Twitter? Or?
I am not on, I'm 64 years old. I'm not on Instagram or Twitter. I just go on YouTube and I go to One America News. I go to Next News Network and all the conservative networks. That's where I go because I don't hear truthful news on regular media. It's just, they've blocked us. You have to go on the internet to conservative news networks to get honest news and factual reporting.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You shouldn't be a slave to the system because we are taxpayers. They work for us. We don't work for them. And that's the issue. We have a governor that's in office right now saying, no, everybody taxpayer dollars, not letting us out of the office. Well, he's not letting us out to do what we need to do. 14 days inside of a house for what? It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all right now. So I'm glad that everybody's out here and just saying, you know, what we need to do as people. We're all united. It shouldn't be no race thing. It's not about that. It's about freedom. Living your life. Raise your kids. Be a family. Love each other. Have faith. It's all there. I don't know how did we lose that. All because some people want to take away your rights away and your freedom. And like I said, we all are humans. Time is short, but you can make it last forever. Why not? Well, the reason why they're here because everybody wants freedom. I think that all white people, it's like, you know, they're living just like everybody else. We are humans. So if you want freedom, you want the freedom of speech. You want to be able to work independent. We don't need the government in our business. I'm sorry, but right now we have the government that's telling you how to spend your money, pay taxes, live your life, and control what you can eat or say or do, those are red flags. Those are red flags. This is why they're here. Freedom. It's freedom, man. I know several business owners by my house. I live in Northeast Minneapolis, and they're losing a lot of customers, and that leads to a shortage of money. So now they can't take care of their families and their needs, which helps us out. Just in case if you want to buy a donut that costs 50 cents or 25 cents, now you gotta go to Cub Foods and buy that same donut for 80 cents or to a dollar. Why save yourself 30 cents or 40 cents for that donut? Think about it, do the math. Small business owners matters.
Awesome. How can people follow you? Connect with you?
Well, right now I do have an Instagram account, but other than that,
What's your Instagram?
It's just Calvin Carpenter.
Kevin Carpenter?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So other than that, man, I'm just here to it's freedom of speech. We live, we breathe. It's nice out today. It's warm. Why not?
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, we're in the beginning of time of
We're
sorrow.
witnessing it.
And we're witnessing we're witnessing the change
are
of the
the people
world.
we've been waiting
But
for.
until the church world come together, stand in one spirit. The Bible said one faith, one spirit, one hope, one God.
One God.
And until we learn to trust Him and look to the hills from which cometh our help, anything else is irrelevant. But like today, this is a union right here from God. This is a gathering together because none of us is going to tolerate social distance. I've been alive for 51 years, and I'm quite sure people out here have been alive longer than that, and we have never witnessed social distance. That's the devil's plan.
That's a crazy word that they use too.
Yeah.
It should be physical distancing, but they use social distancing on a purpose. Because then people don't look at each other, they don't talk to each other.
Right.
They come to
Right.
your face. Yes,
Right.
it's a dangerous thing.
Right.
You have people.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. You have people turning each
Yes.
other in so quickly.
Yeah.
And I was explaining a bunch of things to a person who was completely clueless, and he said, "Is it Christian?" He goes, "Isn't it interesting that people don't know God? They can't see God, and they don't understand, so they don't believe. But look what they have us." The people who are believing in this virus, they can't see it, they don't understand it. They're staying at home, they're fearful, they're wearing masks, they're turning their neighbors in, they're complying with the government. I won't go out until I get permission from the government. No.
Absolutely. You know what? The first thing is, man, everybody, when we talk about this all the time, people use the word fear, and they say false evidence appearing real as acronym. Ain't nothing we dealing with is false right now. It's all real. And this is not an appearance of something real. It is real. God gave me a whole nother acronym to the word fear. F-E-A-R. Face everything and rise above it.
Nice.
That's how we got to do it.
Praise God.
Face everything. Everything we going through. We as a people right now today is confronting the fear that's been given to us. And the way you make fear afraid of you is to confront it. And that's what's happening today. We're confronting the fear to get back to our liberty.
Say it. Yes. Amen. Amen. He speaks truth.
Absolutely.
Speaking truth.
Absolutely.
And
In that
until the
order.
church
In that order.
gets rid of
In
the
that order.
501c3,
Yes.
and I said 501c3,
Yes.
all churches that are under
Yes.
that is the devil's contract. And
Yes.
that is telling the church,
There you go.
Jesus isn't at the head of your
Absolutely.
church anymore.
Absolutely.
The state is.
Absolutely.
The government is.
Absolutely.
So churches,
Absolutely.
I call all of you today
Absolutely.
to take Jesus
Absolutely.
back as the head of your
Absolutely.
church. No more answering
Amen.
to the state
Hallelujah.
as the head of the
Absolutely.
church. Jesus wants to
Absolutely.
come back, and
Absolutely.
that is when the signs,
Absolutely.
wonders, and miracles
Absolutely.
will happen.
Absolutely.
But they cannot happen
Absolutely.
if you are answering to mammon.
Absolutely.
We answer to God,
You know
not
what?
mammon.
And you know what? Absolutely. What she said is all Bible. Acts 5:29. When Peter and John and them was facing with the government, back then, Gamaliel was the magistrate. And he was causing them to go to prison for speaking the word of God. But you know what they said? Acts 5:29, they said we rather obey God than to obey man. And that's what the church got to get back to.
Yes.
I'm not looking to this government for my freedom. I'm not looking to this government for any other thing but to obey what the word of God says.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Amen.
Praise God.
Thank you. God
Praise
bless.
God.
I do not. I don't even have a Facebook.
You got you gonna publish that somewhere?
Yes,
Do you have an
co-videographer.
Instagram, or how can people find you?
Jeff, give him your Instagram or
I don't have any of
You don't
that.
have any of that?
He's under co-videographer. Co-videographer.
And Michelle and Marnie, we have 3,000 people watching live right now. Thank you, Michelle, for stepping up, leading. What's going on?
This is awesome. I'm going to predict we have at least 1,000 people here. I don't know. I haven't been down the street lately. But I don't know where you're watching from. All I can do is encourage you to do the same thing. We have to send a message to all of our legislators, our governors across the United States of America that U.S. citizens want to work. Any citizen in this country that wants to work should be allowed to work. We want to provide for our families. We don't want government providing for us. We can take care of our own children, our own lives.
Amen.
We don't need government to do that for us. We don't need government to tell us how to run our health care or anything like that. We don't need them to tell us that we can't go out and be in a church.
Amen. Yeah, because you know what's happening? They got the Planned Parenthoods open all over the place, but the churches, those aren't essential. And that's why there's way more than 1,000 people here. We do rallies. There's got to be at least 2,000 people here, and there's got to be thousands of people driving by. We have 3,200 people watching live right now, guys. Share this video with your family and friends. Again, thank you to Michelle. Thank you to Marnie. Beautiful patriots. That's what it takes. It's not the politicians here. It's not the politicians who are opening up this state. It's Minnesotans. It's Americans who are standing up and saying, we're not going to allow our businesses to be destroyed. We're not going to allow our paychecks to be taken. We have to feed our children. We have to build an economy. We have to keep America alive. And when 0.00004% of Minnesotans are sick, 0.00004, what are we doing here? 500,000 Minnesotans have filed for unemployment. It's time to open Minnesota. Let us go back to work. Let us go back to church. If you're at risk, stay home. If you're at risk, stay home. If you're concerned, stay home. Do not try to lock us all in our homes like we're criminals, like we're in jail. Open the state up, open up America, open up Minnesota. Go to reopenmn.com, send a message to Governor Walz, send a message to the legislature telling them to open Minnesota for business immediately. End the quarantine, end the shutdown. Turn around, guys, here we go. 80,000 members in that group in 2 days, less than 2 days. So we're broadcasting all over the place. Minnesota Gun Rights. That's where the video is being posted, and we have it blasted across a whole bunch of platforms. So Minnesota Gun Rights. Thank you.
Well, you know, they're gonna take away my freedom with the emphasis on dumb, and we need to get back to work and open the economy so people can die, so we can get sick. That's what the billionaires want. And I'm definitely gonna listen to The Apprentice about anything, right? The Apprentice. You elected The Apprentice. Okay, get over it. That's because half the country doesn't vote. And it's a shame. That's how apathetic we've become.
What's up, Craig?
So that's all I have. I'm here taking in the malaise because I was tired of being home, and you don't get to see this many relatives in one spot on one day, you know? Like the trailer parks are definitely empty right now.
My body, my choice. And we got to protect the Constitution. That's the way I see it. How's it going?
Good. Why are you here?
To protect the Constitution, because the Constitution is given to people, not to government. So it's up to the people to come out here and actually voice our concerns and protect our Constitution. We know our politicians, especially Tim Walz, it hasn't been doing it, won't do it. So it's up to us to do it. That's why we're here. We're not going to be stopped. That answer your question?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wadena County, where I live, we don't have one case. Not one case in Wadena County. Why is Wadena County being treated like Hennepin Ranch?
People are dying, and we should stay open by working. And then if our rate gets high, we can close it down at our hospitals, but we should stay open. That would be leadership.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, I just read on Wednesday night, we did our virtual Facebook Live Bible study from Nehemiah. And Nehemiah went and rebuilt the walls of Jerusalem. The people of Jerusalem were defeated. They were down. And he came in and provided leadership.
Yep.
He provided encouragement. He provided a purpose, and the churches need to do that now.
I'm with you.
Yep. No, I agree.
Our churches need to provide that leadership. Thank you for being here.
I mean, it's the corona. I mean, it's the flu. The Chinese they made it mandatory that everyone wore masks for years. It didn't work.
Doesn't work.
And this is just a worse one. And it's got to go through.
It's got to be herd immunity.
You can't find a vaccine for it. That would cost $10 trillion, and they wouldn't get it.
There is no vaccines for coronaviruses.
Right, it's
the most
mutating.
dangerous in the world.
Every other person mutates.
100%. It mutates over 1.5 million times inside your body before it releases.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Understood.
It's a way to shut the country down.
Fucking pussy! Stand your ground, motherfucker! Come here and talk to me about it!
You know, there was some girl over there going, I got corona and I hope you get it.
What do you think the solution is?
Let people go back to work. People are gonna get it. You know, I've diagnosed AIDS in my office. I've worked voluntarily with AIDS in my office. It's like life is dangerous, and we're not gonna all die, but some I might. I'm in the vulnerable zone, but I probably already had it. It's going around. This is the way to do it. Just the giant is being awakened.
We are here because this whole thing is a farce. If you look at the numbers. Forget about the media hype, the crazy, insane media hype. Just look at the numbers for Minnesota. We've had about 100 deaths out of 5.6 million. That's less than we've had for the flu for this season. But yet they're shutting down. Okay, and then they say that the virus is doing this economic damage to this state of the country. It's doing no damage to the state or the country. 100 people is not doing any economic damage to the country, right? What's doing the damage? Fear and panic. Fear and panic that's produced by the media, that the media is spewing 24/7. And because of the fear and panic, they start shutting down businesses, laying off employees, people lose their jobs, people can't pay their rent, can't pay their mortgage. It's all fear and panic produced by the media. 100 deaths in this state is not going to cause any economic damage. Like I said, that's less than the flu. But they're doing that across the whole country. And it starts with the media. The media, it's almost like they're on a mission to destroy the country. That's the way they're behaving. I'm not saying it is, but that's the way they're behaving. Non-stop fear and panic to get the stampede going, get the politicians fearful, and just create this snowball effect, this avalanche effect. And that's what's going on. And that's why I'm here, you know? Oh, and I think a lot of people realize it, that this is not a real thing that's going on here. This is a big fake thing, and like I said, they're behaving like that is their intention. And then they say, well, the CDC says this, or the World Health Organization says this. Those are both private organizations. They're not government organizations. They're mainly funded by wealthy, very wealthy individuals. So they're calling the shots now in this country. You know, they're the ones that's going to run this country off a cliff. So that's all I have to say right now.
Tell me about how many people you saw here today, and how many news stations have you seen? How many news?
I haven't seen any news stations, and I don't know. What do you think? Maybe 3,000 people here. I mean, including the cars, maybe 3,000 or so. Yeah, a lot. No news. Are they just going to pan this and act like it didn't happen? But once again, even the things that Trump tweets out, the good things that are going on, the encouraging things, you don't hear it in the mainstream media. Everything is gloom, it's getting worse, it's getting bad, it's bad, you know? Like they're trying to destroy the country. That's what's gonna happen. If it keeps going in this direction, no hyperbole, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, well, I feel that they're using the coronavirus as an excuse to tank the economy. And by weakening and breaking the economy, you end up with mercenary privatization from oligarchs and investment groups from globally can come in and buy all your natural resources, buy your water, buy your healthcare system, post office. And so my concern is by weakening the economy actually beyond what happened in the first depression, that was serious depression we had in the 30s, they've weakened it even further now. So we're really on the brink of massive privatization, which will make life almost unaffordable for most people. So I'm self-employed. There's no benefits for self-employed people. You can't get unemployment insurance for a self-employed person. So if you're out of work and you own a small business, you're out. You have no income. And as I had written in to the governor, who said, well, we got $300+ million in loans available. If you're not working, you cannot afford to take out another debt. You can't pay that bill. So my concern and why I'm here today is for all the people that can't pay their rent, who are suffering and are terrified that they're going to be homeless. And I've already met people like that were buying food at the dollar store, and they were crying that they didn't know if they were going to make their rent next month. So there's ways to handle a health crisis by encouraging common sense sanitation, just like they did when there was polio, there was SARS, there was Ebola, the Hong Kong flu, all these things. The health departments encourage common sense sanitation, and if you were ill, you stayed home. But to close down the country, to me, that smells of an economic coup. It's not really about an illness, it's an excuse for an economic coup.
You guys, are you on Instagram at all, or can people find you anywhere if you want to chat with you?
I've been on Instagram. I have Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah.
No Instagram, no Twitter?
Yeah, I got Twitter.
Twitter? What's your Twitter? the president's on Twitter. Come on, you're not on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, but I have 3 Twitter accounts, and one of them says Off My Meds 3 or something like that, and my Facebook account.
Hey, if you like this video, obviously it took a lot of time to film it and put it together in editing, and I hope you enjoyed the fact that it's in 4K. Please, I would just appreciate, drop a comment down below if you liked it or if you hated it. Dude, that's totally fine. Drop a comment below. Let me know what types of videos you want to see in the future. Thing going on here in Minnesota. I would love to be a resource to everyone. I just love getting behind the scenes, sharing the news as it actually is and not just a short, condensed, I don't know what you want to call it, whitewash, sanitized, whatever it is version, but just like share the actual information. So kind of playing around with the idea of sharing more information that way. And yeah, let me know if you want me to. Drop a comment down below what you want to hear and see. That's it, guys. Thanks so much. See you in the comments.
That they are not busy. In fact, 22 million Americans are out of work. This number grows daily. It has been said that 30% or more of small businesses like mine will never reopen again. Our governor has put us in danger of an economic collapse, especially small businesses like mine. My husband and I own 2 small limited liability companies and are sole proprietors of each of them with no employees. We do not qualify for any SBA, state, or federal assistance relief programs. One of our businesses is a seasonal wedding venue. For the last 30 days, we've had couples who have had many questions we don't have answers for. They want to know, when are we going to be open? Are we going to be open? Should they send out their wedding invitations? Can they move their wedding dates? It's a domino effect because it affects other businesses we work with. Florists, caterers, hotels, shuttles, hairstylists, makeup artists, DJs, bands, bakeries, photography, wedding coordinators. I could go on. This list goes on and on of people that we work with that are affected by this shutdown. All of those small businesses I mentioned also are devastated, and most of them are in the same position that we are. We don't want our small businesses to become another statistic for failure. Governor Walz is not king. We are not in martial law. You have no right to shut down our businesses and destroy our livelihood. This is not Germany in the 1930s. The backbone of our economy is losing its life's work. We will not stand down. We will fight for freedom. We will open Minnesota small businesses again. The cure to COVID-19 is freedom.
I'm a small business owner. I haven't been as effective as some other small business owners, so why am I here? And I really thought hard about being able to speak here today. I go by the Bible. God is the ultimate authority, not government. We're not to look out for our own interests, but the interests of others. That's what Jesus Christ says. One to them that call evil good and good evil. Bitter, sweet, sweet, bitter. That's what we're seeing here. It's evil to work. It's evil to worship. All right, we're seeing that go on in our own state here. Take no part in their worthless acts of deeds of evil and darkness, instead expose them, and that's encouraging to see that that's going on here today. Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God, is what Thomas Jefferson said. This is tyranny and its worst. Government's approach is a chemotherapy approach. We're going to kill everything. People kill people's businesses, their mental health, their sanity, all trying to kill this virus that I don't see as a threat to most of us, all right? Protect the vulnerable, keep the healthy unemployed. We're promoting idleness by giving people unemployment for $600 a person plus later. You don't work, you don't eat. You hear that some of you are idle and disruptive. They are not busy, they are busybodies. These are the people that are calling in their neighbors. They're too busy worrying about what everyone else is doing, and instead of caring about their neighbors and doing what's right. For what? The median age death in this state right now, I looked this up, 88 years old, the median age death. We're number 35 in the nation in coronavirus cases. The flawed models, the U.S. model predicts 60,000 dead, the Minnesota model 20,000. We're gonna have a third of the people in this country dead, this state dead in coronavirus. A third of the people in the country are gonna come from our state, according to the flaw model. Government is not God. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. So everybody's essential, right? These rights are endowed by their creator, God, not government. With certain inalienable rights, among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which our government is trying to take away.
Michelle called me about a week and a half ago, and she goes, "Hey girls, we're doing a protest down at the governor's mansion." And I'm like, "You got it, girl, let's do it." And here we are. So it takes a team effort. We have a great team. I see a few people out there that are helping out. Yeah, thanks for, I usually use my outdoor voice, but I got a megaphone here because I'm outdoors. So, but I want to thank everybody here for coming out today, because we need to get back to work. We are doing this. It is an apolitical rally, you guys, because this affects everybody, no matter what party affiliation, no matter whether you vote or not. If you are not working, if you are not generating income, if you are not able to provide for your children and your grandchildren, and if your life savings are being drained and the economy is going down the sewer, it affects everybody. And we are here to get Minnesota back to work and make sure that Governor Walz sees this message. President Trump tweeted about this today. President Trump tweeted! He tweeted, "Liberate Minnesota." We an economy that's going again. So thank you very much, President Trump. Thank you all so much for coming out today. Keep up the pressure. If anybody out there would like to ramp up their own protest, please do this. Please, you guys can do it.
Next Friday.
It's worth it. We're counting on you, the citizens. This is when liberty makes a stand. When tyranny rubs up against liberty, this is what citizens do. And it's up to you. If you enjoy the freedoms and liberties that we have and enjoy in the United States of America and our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, we have a responsibility to stand up and stand for it. Because nobody else is doing it but us. Change only happens at the grassroots level, which is what is happening right here today. Each and every one of you that came out today is making a difference. Each and every one of you that came out today is sending a message to Governor Walz that we want to work, we're going to be open for business. And when we are open for business, and Minnesota will be open for business, you will know that you play a big part in it. So hats up to you. God bless America.
These two ladies made it happen right here. Hospital administrators. Second, I like that.